The Great Resignation: why are so many people quitting jobs across the globe? Millions of employees voluntarily quit their jobs last year following drastic changes that were introduced by companies due to the pandemic. Here is all you need to know about the Great Resignation wave across the globe. Resignations have surged rapidly across the globe since 2021, following the impact of the pandemic on workplaces ranging from top corporates to IT companies and many smaller firms across various sectors. Millions of employees voluntarily quit their jobs last year, unlike 2020 when resignations plummeted amid uncertainty due to the emergence of COVID-19, due to drastic changes that were introduced by companies due to the pandemic. The trend of rising resignations across the globe from last year, especially in the US, has been termed as the Great Resignation. Decoding the Great Resignation wave. Many studies have indicated that the pandemic is the single biggest factor behind higher attrition rates, not only in the West but also in India. Some of the changes that companies around the world were forced to introduce due to the pandemic are to blame for high attrition rates, as most employees faced collective burnout or exhaustion arising from prolonged emotional and mental stress. According to an MIT Sloan study, more than 24 million people in the US quit their jobs between April 2021 and September 2021. Other estimates show that over 20% of the country's total workforce continues to seek better job opportunities that offer better pay, new challenges and more flexibility. Trends showed that resignations were higher among low-wage workers in comparison to those earning higher salaries, and the most affected sectors were hospitality, healthcare, transportation, warehousing, education, retail and more. While these sectors have lost a large number of people, almost all sectors have seen higher resignations last year and are witnessing a similar trend in 2022. In India, too, the IT industry witnessed a record attrition rate in 2021 as more employees quit their jobs in search of better opportunities. This has led to a hiring overdrive among Indian IT firms in 2022. While the situation in India is still not as dire as in the US, surveys indicate that the situation is gradually becoming alarming. Employees seek better opportunities. More employees are quitting their current jobs in search of better job opportunities, not just in terms of salary but also with respect to new challenges. A September 2021 survey conducted by Amazon India suggested that over 50% of job seekers are looking for opportunities in sectors or industries where they have little or no experience. Most job seekers are looking for new challenges due to exhaustion and stagnancy as a result of following a similar working pattern on a daily basis, especially in a work-from-home setup. Another reason that fueled resignations is also the desire among people to move to more stable jobs. Toxic culture driving Great Resignation. A study conducted by MIT Sloan School of Management highlighted how a toxic culture in workplaces was a major reason why many employees decided to call it quits in 2021. The research indicated that more than 40% of all employees were thinking about leaving their jobs at the beginning of 2021. The added suggested that more innovative companies, including SpaceX, Tesla, Nvidia, and Netflix, are experiencing higher attrition rates than their more staid competitors. The pattern is not limited to technology-intensive industries, since innovative companies like Goldman Sachs and Red Bull have suffered higher turnover as well, the study added. Contrary to the belief that most of these employees quit over salary dissatisfaction, the study indicated that the problem is deeper than it seems. The study said toxic corporate culture is a bigger reason behind employees considering switching jobs rather than compensation. A toxic corporate culture, for example, is 10.4 times more powerful than compensation in predicting a company's attrition rate compared with its industry, it said. Other factors that are driving the Great Resignation, as stated by the study, were job insecurity and lack of reorganization, high levels of innovation, failure to recognize employees, and poor response to COVID-19. Can the Great Resignation be stopped? The growing number of resignations across the globe could become a major concern for the worldwide economy and for major corporates. This is why most companies have started offering bigger and better benefits to new employees. Not just higher pay packages, but employees also want more flexibility to work from home, and for some, this would be a greater factor than a hike in compensation. Therefore, many companies are trying to introduce shorter and more flexible work weeks to hire and retain employees. Among other things that companies can do is to provide employees with new challenges within the organization to prevent them from facing stagnancy. The MIT Sloan study has found out that most employees faced burnout due to lack of new challenges or the opportunity to try their hand at something new. Above all, most companies must promote a healthy work culture, including creating a better workplace with the inclusion of fun activities, excursions and happy hours. This study said these positively impact the mindset of employees and encourage bonding between colleagues. Companies should also make it a point to recognize employee contributions and allow them to grow equitably in the firm.